Well, welcome back to Top of the Perch. I don't know what happened today. Let's team two, Tottenham one. Um, God, I don't even know where to start. It was a good start. Just on the attacking side of the ball, peppered the net a lot of times today. Not a lot of them on target, but still shots are shots. It was a Christian Romero shot in the 11th minute that put Tottenham up 1-0. Everything just kind of seemed to fall apart from there, I guess, even though not really, it didn't truly fall apart until after half. But obviously, we've already discussed the final score. There's something that already needs to be mentioned. Tottenham go up 1-0, obviously, end up losing the game. This is the fifth time this season that Tottenham have been up 1-0 and have failed to get the 3 points. Absolutely, I wanted to let that digest for a minute. Absolutely insane stat. I, I, I don't even know where to go from that. That's just awful. Awful, awful, awful. Listen, I'm not turning on Postacoglu. I believe in what he's building. I think we're going to get somewhere with him. But I don't get it. I don't get playing a high line when you're up. Yes, I don't want you parking the bus. I get that. I've lived that for the past 5 years, basically. I don't want parking the bus. But I also don't want to play a high line. And then we end up conceding two dumb goals that we shouldn't have conceded, especially the second one. We'll get to that eventually. Yes, I get it. You don't want to adapt, but it somewhat makes you look bad when you don't adapt. You have to adapt to try to win games. Again, I'm not turning on him. It's just there are games that we should have won this year that we ended up losing because we didn't adapt, kept playing a high line, and then stupid mistakes because of injuries, and we're playing just footballers that should not be on this team. And it just falls apart so fast. And that's a big problem of what has happened from, that beautiful start of the season. We're unbeaten first 10 games, I think. And now we're here, match week 14, 15. I don't even know. I think it's 14. And you've dropped 3 of 4. It's because of injuries and suspensions. It also shows the absolute lack of depth that we have on this team. Absolutely disgusting. I watched Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg out there for 62 minutes, I think, today. Listen, I haven't been one of the big haters on him. He's been a great servant to this club. But in that 5th minute, when Brendan Johnson crossed the ball to him in the box and he completely whiffed on it and just fell on his back, I feel like that perfectly epitomized his time at the club. Absolute disaster. Why he was getting 60 plus minutes today when Pop Sarr was on the bench, I get Pop Sarr's coming back from injury and you don't want to rush him, but there's better options. And then I feel like I'm scapegoating him so much, especially this season, because when I see him, I'm like, what are we even doing? Oliver Skip, I don't get what we're doing. I get that we don't have depth at the midfield position, but there's got to be a different option. Like, someone, please find me a different option. I already know we're not buying anybody in January because that's just how cheap Levy is. I don't think anybody's going out to fund this. And if somebody does, I don't even know who it would be. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know. So we go into halftime, Tottenham up 1-0. Come out of half, a deflection off of, I don't even remember now. It might have been Davies, might have been Romero, might have been Udogie, might have been somebody in the midfield. I don't know. Somebody that was in the box, shot deflects, had Vicario diving one way. The ball ends up with Jared Bowen while Vicario was trying to come back from the other way. Bowen opened that goal. It's 1-1. Now we get to, my gosh, this stupidness of a goal. If I had rights, I would love to show you this stupidness of a goal, but I believe it was Bowen on a counterattack. No, it wasn't a counterattack. Vicario passed the ball in. Then it was Bowen intercepting it with Vicario out of position, gives it to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse shoots it, goes off the post, bounces back to him. He puts it in the back of the net. The second time, it's 2-1. And that's how your game ends. It ends 2-1. I don't know. I really don't have much else recap-wise from this game. It was just, oh my gosh. It's a game you shouldn't be losing. It really isn't. Those are games that you need 3 points in, and that's games you had the 3 points locked in. Yes, you somewhat had a point locked down officially, and you absolutely blew it. And after that second goal, there seemed no urgency. Where was the urgency to find an equalizer? I didn't see it until stoppage time, and it was too late by then. What are we doing? We're going to get to the stats in a minute. Actually, we'll get to them now. 75% possession, and you did almost nothing with it. Almost absolutely nothing. I mean, come on. 75% possession. You had 23 shots, 7 of them on target. You couldn't get at least a second to equalize. Absolutely insane. I mean, look at these stats. Absolutely lopsided. 75% possession, 23 shots, 7 on target, 775 passes, with 709 being accurate, 8 corners, and we got 1 goal out of it. 1. And it ended up with an expected goals of 1.74. Oh. And then the 2 goals for West Ham are off clear Tottenham mistakes. They barely created any opportunities of their own in this game with that whole 25% possession, their whole 11 shots, their whole 5 on target, with 2 of them coming off massively terrible Tottenham just defensive collapses. I don't know. There's some games that just make you say, what am I even doing right now? Clearly, this was one. I don't know. Let's get to the player ratings. It's not going to get any prettier here. We start up top as we always do. Heung-min's son gets a 7.0. He got subbed off late on in the game. I don't know. There was just no attacking threat today. Nowhere. Kulusevski, we'll get to him in a minute, looked absolutely awful. Brendan Johnson was truly the only attacker that actually seemed to care what he was doing out there, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm just blending all this together right now. This one long rambled talking point here. The top 3-ish because we don't play a top 3. We play a striker and then 3 attacking midfielders basically with Lo Celso fitting in. I don't know. Like I said, I thought Johnson was the best attacker out there. He at least tried to get opportunities. I gave Son the higher score just because he lasted longer out there. I don't know. This just such an annoying team sometimes. I don't even know where to go from here. I don't even know who I truly recapped in that. I guess the top 3. Lo Celso gets a 6.8. He had 2 good games, the past 2 games, and just kind of off a cliff a little in this game. Just looked completely outclassed out there. Højbjerg, I already talked about him, earns a 6.4. Bissouma, a bounce-back game from that absolute disaster class of a performance on Sunday, gets a 7.0, and I mean, that's saying something, but still. Udogie just looked lost out there today, earns a 6.4. Davies, somewhat similar. He's our best option to put there, but he's not a good option, I can tell you that. Romero makes his return to the starting lineup after serving a 3-game suspension. Earns a 7.9. Got the goal. Got a yellow card, of course, because a dude can't go a game without getting a card, it seems. Porro gets the assist on that Romero goal. He got a yellow card also. He earns my player of the match because he just looked like the better player out there. He was... I don't know. He tries so hard out there, but also he's just bombing 30-yard crosses for no reason at all with no true target in mind. He could be better, but he could be a lot worse. Vicario earns a 6.5. It definitely wasn't the best day for him, and that he'll see better days. We get to the bench. Richarlison comes on. I think he came on in the 68th minute, 67th minute. He did nothing. We have no true attacking killer threat out there, which quite awful because that doesn't really help when you don't have that. Hey. Skip, I keep saying it. I feel like I'm making him a scapegoat, but I truly don't know what he does out there. It seems like he just makes things worse. He just awful. Heel, Sar, Velez all got subbed on at or around the 85th minute, so they didn't really do much to earn a rating. I don't like that we're making attacking subs with 5 minutes left. It's not enough time to actually fix what's going on out there. I would have rather flipped those subs with Richarlison and Skip, bring those 2 on in the 85th minute. And, also we don't have to watch them for 20. And then Postecoglou, kind of, you probably guessed, earns a lower score than usual, got a 6 in this. You need to adapt. You truly do. The fact that they weren't adapting in this game really bothered me. That is your player ratings for this match week 15 officially of the Premier League season. Tottenham, let me check the table right now because I honestly don't know where they still sit 5th. That's not going to show up on camera at all. That's on my bad. Of course. Woolwich sit top of the table. Yay. Liverpool sit second, 2 points behind. Villa sit third. They are 4 points behind Woolwich. Man City sit fourth. They are six. And Tottenham sit 9 points behind them in fifth. Oh, it was so much fun just a month ago. It was so much fun. Yeah. I don't even know. This team just so annoying today. It could have been so much better. So much better. Just blowing that lead really was the death nail, because this is a team you should be beating 3-0, 3-1, something like that. So given that, that's going to be it for this episode of Top of the Perch. Don't worry, we're back on Sunday. Another exciting episode. I'm sure Tottenham will find a way to lose to Newcastle, who lost 3-0 to Everton today. A team that looks in free fall right now since Nick Pope got injured. Dr. Tottenham's ready to see you. I'm sure we'll find a way to lose. It's just the Tottenham way, and I'm sure the views just love my depression. So, this team is ruining my life. It truly is. I know some people say that. I know Steve Dangle is a hockey YouTuber, says that about the Maple Leafs. I feel the same way about Tottenham. But one day they'll bring me the joy that I've earned for the past almost 14 years of my struggle. Whatever. That's it for Top of the Perch. We'll be back obviously on Sunday to recap Tottenham at Newcastle. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Top of the Perch. If you enjoyed it, stumbled across it, really liked it, hit like, hit subscribe, tell anybody you know about it. And yeah, we'll be back on Sunday. It should be another fun-filled episode. I'm really excited for it.